about the future, what you want to go on to do next. Let's just go back to Saudi. The fight with Anthony Joshua heading into it, Otto, a lot of people were expecting it to be quite a difficult and a tough matchup for AJ. In the end, on the night, it seemed more comfortable, more relaxed for him than what people would have thought and were tipping before the fight. From your perspective, what went wrong for you?
Well, I felt good going into the fight. I felt confident. I thought that I had a really good chance of winning. But, of course, took him very seriously. And I know that he's one of the best fighters out there. And I really have no excuses. He was just better, I think. He did really well. He used his reach well. He hit me with some really good shots. And, yeah, he was just better, I think.
Was there anything he did on the night that surprised you?
He hit me with some good body shots. And, I'm always ready for that, of course, to be prepared for that. But I think they had a good game plan. I think maybe I haven't watched the fight, but he felt like a very good fighter. And obviously it was a much tougher fight than what I had with Fury. And he did really well. Maybe he's found his home with Ben Davison. I don't know.
Obviously, going into the fight, there was a lot of talk about that link up AJ and Ben. You mentioned kind of when Ben and Tyson split, was on the back of the fight with you. Was it a surprise to you to see AJ, on his behalf, be able to produce such a kind of a dominant fight for him?
Yeah. I mean, I was confident going into the fight. Thought that I had a really good chance of winning. But I mean, he did a really good job, AJ.
Those are the words of Otto Wallins as he breaks down his experience in fighting Anthony Joshua in the days of reckoning on the main card. And he had some very interesting things to say. First off, he said he's much better than Tyson Fury. Ouch. That's a bold statement, but styles make fights. You could argue that he was the sparring partner of AJ, and a lot of people will that's a fair statement. But, based on the confidence that Otto Wallins had going into this fight, it was totally different. And if you notice, the people that talked the most shit lost, i.e. Jarrell Miller, i.e. Deontay Wilder, i.e. Otto Wallins. Now, Otto Wallins, he did say, well, hey, AJ's better than I thought, which, hey, that's an honorable statement. You know what I mean? That's, you have to be pretty humble to say something like that. And I think Otto Wallins was humbled, saying stuff like that. And if you notice, he was like, well, AJ's one of the best out there. Well, that ain't what you said in the buildup. You said that he's mentally broken, mentally damaged, not in his prime. He's already peaked. And all that stuff. And as you've seen, he handled you easily. He mentioned the body shots. Oh man, those body shots. He hit me with some good shots. Yeah, you just didn't expect him to hit that hard. Maybe because in sparring you had some damn headgear on, and the punches didn't affect you like they do when you're fighting without headgear, no contact. No protection rather, full contact. So, Otto Wallins, this is a lesson to be learned, though. You never want to depend on someone coming in at their worst based on how you feel about previous fights. I think Otto Wallins seen the Jermaine Franklin fight. He's seen the Robert Helenius fight. And then if he's the last of the Mohicans, he thought to himself, you know what? I can beat him on that night. If that would have been me in there instead of Franklin, I would have beat AJ. Maybe. Right? It would have been a much difficult fight. When he fought Robert Helenius short notice because of Dillian White, he thought to himself, Dillian White ducked me. I would have beat Anthony Joshua on that day. I can take him. Okay, fair enough. Maybe on that night you could. But on this night, added to the extra shit talk that you said, I think he's kind of big and stiff, or mad or stiff or something like that. Otto made a comment and Joshua looked at him with those eyes, right? And he was like, okay, I think based on that, AJ, and then AJ didn't say a word to him in the face-off. You know, Otto Wallins was talking because I know he was trying to calmly get under Anthony's skin. See, you can passively and calmly say something, just kind of nonchalantly say something to someone, and it hits harder than if you're trying to spit it at them, okay? Otto Wallins was calmly trying to psychologically tell AJ that you're a has-been, okay? And he's seen that AJ ain't a has-been at all. Right? And Otto Wallins, you know, there's no excuses. So the good thing is he's not coming up with any. He's not making any up. He's not trying to find a reason why he lost, like some people. Right? And Otto Wallins is a perfect example of you have to be ready for anything. And I don't think he was. I don't think that he was ready for the best AJ. I think that he depended on AJ to look like he did in his last 2 fights. And that was his downfall. He got busted up, you know, and he got, like, I seen him get hit with a shot to the body. AJ hit this dude and he made him freeze for a second. You could tell when you get hit by a body shot and you kind of stop for about a half a second, you know it affected that fighter. See, boxing is a mental game. Okay. It's thinking as well, right? But more thinking, it's mostly your body language, okay? You have to be able to have the poker face, but a poker tone. When you get hit with something, you can't show that you were hurt or affected by that punch. If you do, the other fighter is going to be recognized, the adrenaline is going to spike, and he's going to think attack. He's going to think go after him. That's what he's going to think. So you can't have that reaction from whatever happened. Bow, you get hit with a shot. You just think in your head, damn, that hurt. Right? You just can't. But a lot of times your body doesn't lie and the legs certainly don't lie, you know, and him being better than Tyson Fury, that just makes Tyson Fury's stock drop because Otto Wallins and Deontay Wilder were 2 of the best fighters that he's fought. Okay, fair enough. Well, one, Joseph Parker beat Deontay Wilder. You can't share that victory by yourself no more. And Otto Wallins has just been stopped, or should I say quit, on AJ in the 5th round. So you can no longer carry that by yourself. Okay, so you have been, every one of your premier fights, now they've been beaten by other people, but better. Okay, and I'm talking about Otto Wallins. I think Tyson Fury was the one that cracked Wilder open to that, you know, degree. I don't, you know, because Joseph Parker just stopped him. Shout out to Bobby Collins. He asked me a good question as I close in this video. He said, what's the bigger upset, Joseph Parker and Deontay Wilder, or Wilder Fury 2? And I was like, it's Wilder Fury 2 because Tyson Fury did something that we didn't think he could do. Bars. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Otto Wallins speaking for the first time about his loss to Anthony Joshua. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching.